So I wasn't even planning on submitting this or putting this up because I wasn't really the happiest with the way this turned out, but might as well. I recorded the footage and I don't want stuff to go to waste. So if you remember a few months ago, I have drawn a different drawing that would represent one of my art weaknesses, but this was actually part of a poll that I did a while back, and it had nothing to do with my art weaknesses. However, looking back at it, there are definitely a lot of elements in this that portray my weaknesses. Some of those weaknesses include male anatomy, even though I didn't draw that much in this illustration. Just trying to get down masculine proportions was difficult because usually I'm used to drawing softer things because I draw feminine stuff in women. So to think of how I would approach drawing something masculine was completely strange, as well as like finding certain style choices, because with women I just feel like they have a lot more options and they're not like the same as like some men are. So this was actually very, very difficult for me, and I should definitely try and improve how I go about drawing men, because I feel like I could do better. Just take some time with it. And I wanted to say before I get any further into this video, sorry I haven't been posting as much as I had in the summertime. I am now very, very busy with, like I said, school and just other things going on in my life. But I'm still trying. I just need to get back into like my little groove and find a way how I can make this work without waiting so long or have you guys wait for a long time for new content. So, but anyway, getting back into this, another weakness of mine that I didn't really work on in this illustration were buildings. Drawing straight lines are annoying. You hear the term when people say, "Oh, I can't draw a straight line." Well, artists usually can't either. We just curve our lines and draw multiples of them to get something that we like. I don't know anyone that can draw a straight line right off the bat. And even if you can, I don't find it that interesting because it's just one straight line. Sure, it's clean and it's fine if you're doing like some kind of line work or something of that sort, but just to draw a straight line for like a final piece, like it's part of the piece but not that big, like an actual like line art. So yeah, drawing buildings, they have to be straight unless it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa or something like that. But drawing buildings is very difficult. That's one of my most difficult things because it has nothing to do with life. I am definitely more drawn to drawing things that have life to them and just they have more interest than just buildings. Sure, you can make the building like kind of weird and abstract and make it turn certain ways, have different things poking out of it or something, but if we're talking about a modern city, it's very boring. Like they're just blocks. Literally just blocks like in the background. Unless like you put like a ton of detail, like making it grungy or something, or maybe give it some texture like it's a metallic building. But I didn't do that. I wasn't really thinking of that in this scenario because I wasn't focusing on this being the weakness video. I just wanted this to be just a regular drawing video, but I figured why not have this become the weakness video. I'll probably upload another one of these in the future just to update you guys on what my new weaknesses are. but I feel like this should work for now. And if you haven't checked out my previous weakness video, it will be in the card about now, I believe, and you can go check that out. I trust you, it is a lot more my speed than this one. However, I still go over some things that like I have trouble with. So for this, like I said, I took a poll on what I should draw, and basically someone told me to do like basically a chubby hype beast. Now, I'm not a really big fan of the whole hype beast thing, I guess. Like, it's very mainstream, and it makes me feel like you're literally just another clone. That's just me though. Like, if you appreciate the style, I'm not gonna really judge you that much. It's just, it seems very typical. I don't know how else to describe it besides typical. And trying to do letters. Okay, so I haven't figured out how to rotate in Krita yet. I'm still learning the software. But just trying to do the letters was super difficult. And at one point, I tried to do text over it, but it just didn't work. That's why I'm drawing over it instead and trying to get like the same font, but in the end, I did not. I tried my best. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, take it as you see it, or not, it's fine. I know I tried my best, so. But yeah, anything else in this? I guess would have to be lighting. This one is a little bit different than the previous one because the one before this, I tried to do lighting that had to do with like texture, and it wasn't like that harsh, or it wasn't probably that noticeable. But for this one, I tried to make it into like the evening so that there would be a little bit more darker colors and perhaps a more extreme light source, or maybe to accentuate the color of the sun, like on maybe like the buildings, to show that it's shining through there, that it's setting, give it a little bit more atmosphere. So I probably would like do more lighting stuff if it had more texture in the piece. Like, for example, in the previous illustration, there was a lot of texture because it was basically nature, the exact opposite of what this drawing is. And with nature, you can get all kinds of different weird shapes and like I said, texture from the light and the shapes of, say, like trees, or maybe like branches or something else, maybe like birds in the sky. Sure, you can get a bird shadow in city life, but you wouldn't notice it as much, I don't think. I don't know, but definitely lighting is key to any illustration and had a big impact in the last one. I think I'm going to end my commentary here because, if I'm being completely honest, I have no idea what else to say about this illustration besides I could do better. These are a few things that I struggle with. 1, male anatomy and clothes. 2 is probably lighting. 3, city life. And I was originally gonna add that I can't do different kinds of facial expressions, but you can't even see his facial expression in this illustration. So you could assume what he might be feeling if he's looking down. Maybe he's contemplating life. Maybe he's just in some deep stuff. I have no idea. You can go ahead, leave a comment what you think is on his mind, and I'll see you guys next time.